Hello, everyone! Oop. Blah-blah. Alright. Let's... Hello, Magpie. Welcome, welcome. And hello, Toric. Welcome, welcome to you, too. And Merry Christmas to you all as well. We will wait for the ads to end, and preemptively, we will hang out and chat for a little bit. I'll probably say hi to Toric again after the ads are over, but I'll put it in chat too. That way for anyone who's stuck in the ads on Twitch, they can see that. Shrimpsmiss, Merry Shrimpsmiss. Yes, I finished my menorah lighting several days ago, so that's been put away. I am sitting in my beanbag in my office, which is a little interesting because it puts me lower than my chair, so I had to lower my microphone. So if I sound a little like I'm off to the side, that's why. So far, so good. I slept nice, hung out with my spouse. We just got the Switch 2, so we've been testing out some of the games on there, playing Breath of the Wild, poking the amiibos into the game. That was fun. It was really funny because we're all like, okay, we're ready. This amiibo will drop Epona, so we just won't use that amiibo until we're at a stable. And then 2 completely different amiibos dropped Epona in a row, and we're like, what the fuck? Reload the game, run to a stable, do it again. They drop, and it looks like they were just dropping Epona as their first drop every time. So we have 2 Epona, I guess, in that save. I figured we'd do more Starbound because I've been in a Starbound mood, why not? A new laptop and a bunch of Japanese snacks, nice. I got some manga, and a cozy blanket, and some cat toys, and some chocolate, like hot chocolate balls with marshmallows in them, and I feel like I got something else. What else did I get? Other than a new breaker panel for my house. Yes, I get Japanese snacks every month. One of the presents that my mom got me in a previous year was just Sakurako boxes, so. Happy Hanukkah! I mean, kind of for me, and kind of for my cats. We have discovered that one of our cats, if anything is a fluffy ball, she will literally rip it to pieces. Like, literally, she will scalp the little tiny ball toys. We're like, what? Like the little fluffy balls. We're like, what? What is wrong with you, you little goblin? In a way, the cat toys are for me. Alright, I'm gonna skedoodle over here because the ad is almost over. So that way, when everyone pops out, we will have Starbound. Starbound. Welcome back from the ads, everyone. As always, thank you for sitting through those. It helps support the channel. And hello, everyone. We were talking about what we got for the holidays. I got some manga, fuzzy blanket, some like chocolate, like cocoa balls, a breaker panel, and then I usually get some Japanese snacks every month. I've actually been thinking if I should share in the Discord somewhere what I get, if you guys were curious, but let's see. I'm sitting in my beanbag because I'm a little paranoid about the cat peeing in it before we get a waterproof blanket to put on top of it, so I brought it into my office, but it puts me a little bit lower than my chair does, so if I sound like I'm a little off to the side, that is because I had to pull my microphone down into the side to get it out of the way of my screen. But yes, we are in ultra extra cozy mode. Pet the snack. Pet the snack. Happy Shrimpmas, happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff. Alright. Okay, it won't let me eat the rotten food, which is probably a good thing. What am I doing? Potato. Okay. So I think the question is, if we are... Yes, this is true. Oh no, Magpie! I hope you feel better soon. I hope that whatever you got sick with is just like a little thing and not anything bad. But yes, I like to joke that I have thalassophilia and thalassophobia because that's basically it. Yup, it's the truth. That is accurate. I love the ocean and the deep sea, and also am deeply terrified of being eaten alive by a sea creature. Let's see, there's gotta be an aquatic Hanukkah. Ah, I missed the aquatic Hanukkah pun, but yes, Happy Hanukkah was a good one. Merry Shrimpmas, Happy Hanukkah. I'm trying to think, because I also put Blessed Kwanzaa in my stream title because I had enough room for a third one, and that's one of the more ones I hear more often, but I can't think of an aquatic Kwanzaa. Like, Cuddlewanza for like cuttlefish? I don't know. Should I go and do the quest so I can travel to other planets? Or shall we go and explore more of the depths so I can get lost? I'm wondering if maybe we go... Yes, exactly. I have a healthy respect for the terrors of the deep. That's why I can't play games like Subnautica, man. Just watching videos of that game gives me, like, I'm like, whew, it's gonna give me a freaking panic attack just watching that come at the screen. Yeah, even if the company wasn't scummy now, you know? Like, back before the company was shit, like how I bought Starbound back before we discovered they weren't paying their freaking employees properly, which, oh, they were volunteers, those were employees, and you fucking know it. Like, don't even play that game. So, real quick, let's go to the outpost, and then I think I'm gonna try the mining facility, just, like, to see, you know? Yes, I have a healthy respect for the deep. That respect equals both terror and awe. I don't remember what this shop is, but I'm very curious. Let's see, what is in here? Getting some more bandages would probably be good. Perfect for storing liquids. also get a couple of bottles, just in case. Like, I can gather liquid with my thing now, but, like, I don't know, maybe I want a bottle of liquid. I love how everyone else here is, like, put together, and I'm just wearing nothing but leaves with some random skulls I found in the ground on my head. Yes, exactly, friend. Another florin, you must understand the glory of the hunt. Indeed. Let's fucking go. Back to my ship. Alright, so first things first, let's go to the Erchius mining facility. This facility is the central source of Erchius crystals, which can upgrade your ship's FTL drive. Because I feel like that boss is going to be less pain in the ass than Dreadwing. Because I don't have enough, like, this weapon is good, but 'tis not ideal. It's a little slow, you know? That's actually why I wanted to get a different sword, because I didn't like the downtime. But this at least does a lot more damage. Why am I going the opposite direction? Because I want to see what's over here. Okay. And this is one of those areas where I can't break the walls and stuff because it is not a procedurally generated thing, it is a pre-designed thing. And so they don't want you to just, like, break your way through because it's, like, a specific thing. Here we go, friends. All life readings emanate from a great depth below the surface. The readings are difficult to define. Congratulations in advance for your courage. Thanks, I guess. It appears lockdown has been instigated. You must locate a breaker to restore power. Please proceed with caution in conditions of low light. Offline. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Nothing in here. Ooh! These guys. Slimy slime. Fuck you, little slimy slime. I detect both Erchius chemical signatures and human DNA in those entities. High likelihood of behavioral volatility predicted. Basically that means they're gonna punch me in the face. Boy, am I glad I bought some bandages. Yes, they are spitting fuel goo at me. That is exactly what is happening. Excuse me for a moment while I take a nap in this bed to heal, because I don't want to waste all of my health packs. You can see now why I wanted Merry Crimbo to Moshi as well. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, we're playing more Starbound. I am ultra comfy because I brought my beanbag into my office. So if I sound like I'm a little bit to the side, that is because I had to pull my microphone down and to the side in order to not have it block my screen. We are doing the mission that is going to let me actually fly my ship around. This is why I wanted another weapon, because these guys are kind of a pain, and I didn't want to just be using the broken sword on them, because that sounded like it was gonna suck. A bunch of these are gonna go bad soon, so I'm gonna eat them. Okay, I have eaten. Let's go. That is a stim pack. Glory of the hunts. Ooh, some recipes. Oh, the stim pack is full of yellow liquid. It'll make you glow. Nice. This might be the way I'm supposed to go, so we're gonna go this way. Oh, we can't. Okay. Rip. I hope everyone is having a lovely Christmas as well, or whatever other holiday you celebrate. I hope you were not like me and you actually got your menorah candles, if you were doing Hanukkah this year. My dad gave me a great suggestion, which is to buy Hanukkah candles, at the end of Hanukkah, so that when you go to do them next year, you won't, whoops, rip, you won't not have them at the beginning of the year. So I will probably do that this year, where I'm going to be buying them at some point in the next few weeks or whatever, so that when next Hanukkah comes around, I actually have my frickin' candles. Right? Yeah, it's good advice for consumables on any occasion. Yeah, anything you're gonna need, good idea to have it before you need it. What? Who would have fucking thought? All life readings emanate from a great depth below the surface. The readings are difficult to define. Congratulations in advance for your courage. Yes, it does restart the mission, but I don't think it restarts the loot? No, it doesn't restart the loot. It just restarts you having to go through and, like, do the steps. It appears lockdown has been instigated. You must locate the breaker to restore full power. Please proceed with caution in low light areas. It looks like it has spawned the loot differently though, which is cool. Your cousin's boyfriend is Jewish and he gave him a menorah set for your Christmas party. Yankee swap, and the poor guy had to explain what it was like 9 times and no one was listening. No! Oh man. That's crazy. Friends. Yeah. You picked that as his gift because your cousin's gift was a whole bunch of homemade candles that she made with the old folks she takes care of. Oh, that's so fun! It's like matchy gifts, couple gifts. That's cute. Detect both the chemical signatures and human DNA in these entities. High likelihood of behavioral volatility. This area is always such a pain in the ass. I remember having trouble with this when I was first playing too. Whoops. I'm gonna be hitting my microphone a lot. I'm gonna apologize. Beanbag is comfy, but it is a little short. We sleepin'. Yes, this place does give Metroid vibes. I wonder, like, I feel like the, Arceus. is supposed to be like Metroid vibey. I feel like that was probably on purpose. Okay, that door is locked. Oh right, I have no armor. That's why I take so much freaking damage. What? You mean if I'm not wearing armor, I will take all of the damage? No. It's not because I'm literally running around fighting these guys, like, naked or anything. Not at all. That's definitely not the problem I was having. I could go make armor, but I'm not going to. I'm just gonna keep playing keep away with these guys. I love these crystals. Right? You don't need armor if you don't get hit. Though I do have a nasty habit of going into every freaking game I play and going in with, like, no armor or a shitty weapon or whatever and just, like, constantly fight everything way too underpowered. Probably should have hunting speared those guys. It took me until I got into master rank in Monster Hunter World, for example. It took me until I was in master rank to upgrade out of my low rank Kirin armor. I literally fought every single end game high rank boss with Kirin armor and a Kirin weapon up until I fought Kolshaladora, at which point I discovered she had a squid insect glaive, so I swapped to that. But other than that, yes, that does mean that I fought Xeno'jiiva in low-rank Kirin armor. That is what that means. And then when we played Wilds, I ended up doing something similar, though I don't quite remember exactly what armor it was. I'm here for the aesthetics. So, like, I'll just wear what I think looks good. You learned early on that if you don't wear clothes, you dodge better. You picked up that bad habit from the Souls series. That's funny. Yeah, I'm just very aesthetic, and also, I forget things sometimes. So I'll just be like, I'm happy with how my character looks. I'm not gonna, reread that, because, that's gonna be forever. But that does mean that when I play with a lot of other people, they do end up having to, scrape me off the ground with a spatula more often than not. Ooh, a vest. But that does also mean that sometimes I do very impressive stuff, like actually managing to kill Xeno'jiiva in low-rank Kirin armor with the Kolshaladora, insect glaive. Like, why did I do this? Or, I punch creepers to death in Minecraft. And yes, I said punch on purpose. I attack creepers with my hands in Minecraft and punch them to death. Literally, you just do this, by the way. Like, you just hit the creeper and then back up. You punch them and you run away, and then they don't explode because you're too far away. That's what you do. It's a timing game. All right, we're gonna go heal up again. I got a vest. It has been like 15 years since I played Minecraft, but like I'm assuming that they haven't changed how creepers work. But yeah, I just like wearing what looks nice, so if the game doesn't have glamour, I just end up wearing what I think looks nice. Before I got to the low rank Kirin, I think I wore the Kulu Yaku armor for like way too frickin' long too. A gun. Let's see. Matcha, welcome, welcome. Nice. Now I can attack the guys that are at a weird place. A gun! Happy holidays to you too! I hope you had a lovely holiday. I did my Christmas celebration with my maternal family early, so I wasn't doing anything else today anyway. And I figured it's my normal stream day regardless, so I might as well stream. Gun! So anyway, I just started blasting. You got 10 pounds of homemade cookies? That is crazy. In like an awesome way. That is great. Sir, don't die. When I get out, I'm handing in my resignation. Yeah. I understand, man. I get it. That makes complete sense to me. Rip. You should buy some cookie ingredients when you go to pick up food on your way home now, right? I died again. This is gonna take a little bit. Last stream was me spending 3 hours going in and out of the underground. This stream is gonna be me spending 3 hours trying to finish this frickin' mission. Am I gonna put on armor? No, I'm not. All life readings emanate from a great depth below the surface. The readings are difficult to define. Congratulations in advance for your courage. See, the problem is you keep getting hit. Exactly. I will reread some of those because we've had some new people pop in since I died last, so... It appears lockdown has been instigated. You must locate a breaker to restore full power. Please proceed with caution in conditions with low light. Alright, here we go. I'm getting further each time though, so that's a good sign. Me accidentally playing games on hard mode. Luckily, Insect Glaive can hella dodge, so in Wilds, it only took me like 50 minutes to defeat, Xenojiva. I detect the Urchius chemical signatures and human DNA in these entities. High likelihood of behavioral volatility predicted. Run into the wall until it breaks! Yeah, basically, that's pretty much how I play games. Having a problem? Just keep trying until it works. Why do something different if you're having fun? You know, you could just wear armor that's actually suited to fighting the monster, yes, but I don't like how it looks, so I won't. But I want to wear Kieran armor with a squid insect glaive. Yes, but neither of those things are good against what you're fighting. Yeah, I don't care. So anyway, I just started blasting. Get out of here! You tend to have a personal, I need to get good rule whenever you keep dying. Yeah, right? I'll just keep doing it until it works. My gun has more range than your whatever that is that you're shooting at me. Bandage. Another gun. Oh, it's a machine pistol. Okay, so it has a higher rate of fire. Deals less damage and less energy per shot. I think I like my phase pistol. Exactly, this is why glamours exist at 14. Have you tried armor? Camera pans to Rena slowly pulling out a gun. Exactly. Nothing can beat the reaction I got when people notice your Dark Knight is dressed up like a Disney princess. Exactly. I've already done your goals for next year. Planning on setting up your computer. Nice. Let me finish this guy. Setting up your computer to be able to stream by around your birthday, which is in June. My birthday's also in June. Do I have any plans for next year or goals? Well, I probably want to figure out how to do, like, oh, this guy has different weapons this time. We need to get out of here. Okay. I already know how to craft this. 26, mine's on the 23rd. They're like, our birthdays are really close. Maybe we could do like a birthday collab. I was thinking about doing some sort of like subathon or something around my birthday for fun. I was also pondering maybe doing some Necomart merch for either my birthday or my streamiversary. So I would say merch, figuring out how subathons work, and just continuing to stream. I almost died again. I love that. Have you considered armor? Slowly pulls out the gun. Yeah, birthday stream would be really fun. And our birthdays are literally 3 days apart, so maybe we could do a collab around that. Around then, for funsies. Stop wheeling! That one can fly! Love to be where you have no idea what you're doing. Naruto towards life, though. Won't give up what your mind is set. Perfect. Yow! Rip. No worries. I have been figuring this out as I go. I have definitely been doing a, oh, let's collab. Oh, by the way, I have absolutely no idea how to stream together. You have 3 weeks to figure out how OBS works. Nice. Perfect, Moshi, perfect. Nine years since your last stream. Well, if you need any help or like with anything with like OBS or any of the other stuff that you're working on, feel free to like shoot me a message in Discord and whatever channels we share. Obviously, I have my Discord, and you know we have Jinx Discord and all those other ones because I'm glad to help people out if they're stuck on anything. Last actual stream, Twitch says it's more recently because you did a test a while back when you got faster internet. That makes sense. I I went, you know what? I think I want to start. I was talking a bunch about streaming and how I was kind of interested in it. My spouse was like, you know, you could just do it. Like, just do it if you want to. So then I sat down and did all of the things. I was like, oh, let me make myself a background and a starting screen and a chat overlay and a model. And I just did everything. I'm like, all right, let me figure out how to multi-stream. And the only reason, I found out later, the only reason I couldn't multi-stream in the beginning was because YouTube doesn't let you multi-stream on new accounts. So I had to wait like a week or a month or something before it worked. Do it, punk! Soul slime. Yeah, spouse slime, exactly. That's pretty much the conversation. Well, if you want to, then just do it. And I was like, shit, you're right. So yeah, then I sat down and spent like a couple weeks to a month just making the stuff I needed, doing a little bit of research, and then was just like, all right, I'm streaming now. My, hey, I'm gonna debut post was like a week because I didn't want to wait that long. You're doing currently, you're also lore maxing. Yeah, I remember you were showing me some of your lore. It's so cool. I'm so excited. Yeah, I've been working on a little bit. My lore is a little bit more general. I imagine it will probably grow over time, as that is how I tend to be. I am the person who's like, I have no lore. And then like a few months to years later, I have like a 600-page book worth of lore. I'm like, oh, my character's just hanging, and then, like, somehow I will have developed, like, a 16-part backstory, like, as I've just been slowly playing the game. I did that with 14. I'm like, I don't know anything about this world, so I guess my character is just has amnesia, and then I don't need to know anything. And then as I slowly discovered things about the game as I was playing, I just, like, developed my character, like, slowly over time. But yes, for now, I'm just... Hi, I'm a slime of the deep sea. That is where we are. I'm a shapeshifter. I'm here to have fun. Alright. Those were just ideas you jotted down while you were at work. Right, yeah, that's why I'm really excited to see that. To see how you finalize everything, because those were just the general concepts, you know? Fuck you! I have so much lore on my 14 character. I have literally written blog entries for them on my profile. Is that she's a pretty bunny lady, and my friend thought I made a pretty bunny lady goon when I wanted to see a pretty bunny lady while I played. Yeah. Why would you not want your character to look nice? A few of us went to help down in the lower levels, but they didn't come back. Wow, that practically disintegrated. Some pickaxes. Cool. You're planning on drawing a smile on each area of note you're making on the... Oh, that's cute. They found us! Slime. Smile, slime, same thing, right? I refuse to die now! Rip. One of them is literally like, well, the only reason I can think of for someone to play a woman when they're a man is that they're secretly trans. And I was like, brother, please don't project your insecurities on me. I just like the bunny ladies. It's not that deep. Yeah, that is a weird... Maybe you just like the glamour? I don't know. Like, some people just want to play something they think is cute. That's a weird... Like, that is definitely, alright. I get that, yeah. I can see why you're like, don't project on me, bro. That's so weird. I mean, one, I've seen a lot of people say they prefer playing female characters because why would they want to stare at a dude they're not into dudes? But like, yeah, I'm 5'4", so I often play short characters as well. Lalafell. Yeah, I was playing the Makote because I started playing back before any of the other races, back before the Aura got added, for example. So it was just, Lalafell, Makote, Hyur, Rodigan, and Elizin. And I played Makote because, of course I did. Asuna Matata, and he's a small cowboy. That is adorable. Oh, that's so funny. I love that. Gotta play a little more defensively with these guys, or I'm just gonna keep dying. I'm just glad that when you die in a mission, you don't lose all your shit. Started as a pugilist, pretty much wanted to be the weird nature lady that's fishing at the random spots because you're planning on getting the fishing achievements 2% done and you're only level 20. There was an FC on the server you played that had the same name as him? That's really funny, actually. You're a sprout still? That's fun. You just go and sit on their property. Nice. You're like, hi. What are you doing here? I mean, this is clearly my house. It's got my name on it, right? If you guys want at some point, I can log in and friend you guys in 14. I haven't played like very much in a while, but I love it. I log in periodically and poke at my house. I was actually contemplating changing to an Aura when they first came out, but that's because the concept art was cool. Nice, your name is the same over there. My name is similar to what my streaming name is, but it's Makote themed, so. Mentor, you don't play anymore at the moment, gotta upgrade your computer because the lighting update. Yeah, that makes sense. They've been doing some hella graphical updates that have been making the game a lot harder on older machines. Yeah, I'm not a mentor for anything, but I've just kind of been playing. I'm a pretty slow player. I like to just like take my time and explore stuff. So it takes me a while to get through the content. I'm still in Shadowbringers, for example. You play it on Xbox? I think we're safe for now. Are you here to save us? Let's see. We'll also probably end up just making a new character when you ever come back. Your friends are full of people who stab. Ooh, yeah, I can see why you'd want to make a new character. Yes, Hanukkah did end on the 22nd. I just put the near holidays in the title. Also, welcome, Flinticus Maximus. Yeah, I'm aware that Hanukkah, and I think Kwanzaa isn't for a couple more days, I think. Yeah, I actually just put my menorah away. I just figured since it's like around the time of these holidays, I'd add them to the title, because I thought that would be fun. You want those, I want those people to go to those weird places and look at every nook and cranny. I found out all the best fishing spots are also in those areas and love it. Yeah, I like to sit and listen to the background music. Yeah, right? I love just hanging out. I take so many screenshots. Yeah, exactly. I was actually considering adding the Japanese New Year term into there, or like one of the other ones, but I ran out of title space because YouTube has like only 100 characters you can use. So that's why I picked those three, because those were the closest to today in date, and also those were the ones that fit when I was first typing them in. So yeah, we're very close to New Year's as well. Yeah. Rip. Scrubs. Get on my level, but you can't, Who's ringing my doorbell? I found a lot of spaces in Dawn Trail where you can see into the void beyond the terrain. Nice. Get your Lalafell to fall into because it looks like he would fit. Why is the game music so intense for such mild gameplay? That's because this is a boss area. Whoops. Nope. Yeah, this is a boss area. But Starbound isn't like super crazy intense in general, so that's why the music's really intense. Can't wait till you get to Dawn Trail. Nice. Yeah, I'm slowly but surely gonna work my way through to there at some point. My previous goal was to get to the part of the story where I could see the glowing light in all the zones because I wanted to take some screenshots because I lost them. Don't let them get close! Rip. What? Oh. Wrong thing. I'm over here trying to play music. At this rate, I'm wondering if we'll ever get off this moon. We need to get off this moon! Nice. Nice. It kinda does. It does have that vibe. Get back, you fleshy freak! One less horror in the world. A helmet. I like the majority of the raids. One's from Heaven's Ward and the one's from Endwalker. You said Dawn Trail raids are super good, but you like most of them. The only problem is, as cool as the raids are, you've literally played every MMO by yourself for the longest time, even ESO. You pretty much played by yourself. Yeah, I never learned mechanic fighting. You just wait for the big horde and I jumped in with them. That makes sense. I can see why that would be a little difficult if you're not used to it. Whoops. Yeah, the reason I'm also going so slow, Flint, is because I am not wearing armor, and so if they hit me more than a couple times, I die instantly. Learning how to dodge the second boss. Failed to do that fight. Some of those early dungeons, though, if it makes you feel better, are really freaking hard. Like, yes, exactly, heals. Happy Thursday to all who celebrate. Yeah, some of those early dungeons are actually some of the hardest dungeons mechanically in the entire game. It is kind of bonkers. Like, Aurum Vale is dreaded for, like, how insane its mechanics are, for example. Like, they had to redo several of those dungeons because they were so hard. You only recognize Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Kurdish Switzer composed Halo Infinite soundtrack 2. Is that why it sounds familiar? Yeah, this game has really good music. You yourself are celebrating Friday right now. Nice. That would explain it then if it was the Halo Infinite. I don't need a violin, I need a gun. Gotta wait for my gun to charge. Aurum Vale was a neat, sneaky bit. Yeah, right? The first stretch without interacting with anything. The first time you had to teach people all the reactions were amazing. Yeah, Oran Vale is really interesting. Mentor literally asked me to marry them after showing them the way through in under an hour. That's adorable. Did you have a bonding ceremony in Final Fantasy after that, lol? It's like, well, did you marry them? Not with them. Ah. Yeah, me and my spouse are married in 14. We actually got married in 14 before we got married in real life. Fun fact. We weren't specifically planning on getting married in real life, but, you know how some people are really... Whoops, rip. Yeah, right? The cosmetics are the main reason. We weren't specifically planning on getting married in real life because we didn't particularly care about that, you know, except for maybe the legal stuff. But, like, I'm drinking some water. Ah. Okay, game sounds a little loud compared to my voice. Let me adjust. Is it the music or just the sound? Lol. No, married in 14. How's that? Is that better? Okay, let's put them both down to 50. Alright, there we go. And then we'll go back to, here and see how the music is. No, Arena, don't talk. We're talking amongst ourselves. Just play your game in silence. All life readings emanate from a great depth below the surface. The readings are difficult to define. Congratulations in advance for your courage. But right, so the main reason we got married was like kind of like obviously for like the legal benefits, like tax benefits and stuff, but also out of spite because people kept invalidating our relationship because we weren't like legally married, even though we'd been together for longer than most of them had even like known their partners. Like this was at the point when we'd been together like 10 years and people were being like, well, you know, you're not married. So it's like you invited someone who's been together with their partner for 2 years. Are you kidding me right now? Like, my partner literally helped you with your homework when you were a child, and you're telling me they're not invited to your wedding? Like, are you high? I have stuff to do the next couple days, thinking about getting back into Final Fantasy. Nice. Yeah, y'all should let me know at some point when you're in Final Fantasy if you want me to send you friend requests and I can log in real quick and we can all be Final Fantasy friends. Can't have newlyweds invited to the wedding to remind non-newly. That's funny. Can't have non-newlyweds invited to their wedding to remind them what freedom looks like. Lol. Yeah, they did a weird, like, only married couples are allowed at our wedding ceremony, and we were like, okay, what? Alright. And so we were basically like, fine, if you want to be weird about it, we'll get legally married, and then you can't say jack shit. So my mom had gotten one of those, like, certificates online that makes you, like, a religion, like, a pastor of X various religion thing. Save money on the bouquet. Just need someone to party me up with the people, lol. Nice. Alright, sounds good, Matcha. Ah, Flinticus, welcome over on Twitch. Thanks for stopping by over here as well. Partner and I are gonna get married at the courthouse because your grandmother and mother can't be in the same room. Yeah, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch as well, Flintkiss. I appreciate it. Do you have a preference on what you're called? Do you want like Flint or Maximus, Flintkiss, Maximu? sexy, you know. Whatever the preference is, I will go with that. Flint's easy for most people. All right. Yeah, we ended up, so my mom had already gotten one of those, like, you go online and, like, you do a thing and they make you, like, a pastor of, like, whatever, like, you know, non-denominational Christian thing the online thing is for. So she could legally marry people, so we just went to my mom's house with 2 people as witnesses, signed some paperwork, and then mailed it. Though for some reason, one of my sisters and my stepmom would just not let off with calling me and asking me every single time. Like, they were calling me repeatedly and being like, "You're not gonna get married without telling me, right?" And I was like, "No." "You haven't gotten married yet, right?" And I was like, "I'm not gonna have like an actual wedding and not tell people." And finally I had to be like, "I swear to you that I will not get married and have like an actual wedding without telling people, so please stop asking me if I've got something scheduled, thanks." And they finally stopped asking me about it. I was like, I'm not, like, it'd be kind of mean to just not tell my family when they so clearly want to show up, but like, come on guys, give me a break. Ex-wife, you got married in the parking lot with one of our friends who was a pastor. The police was called over as a witness. Perfect. They were arresting someone. They didn't like to call them, but they had to come out. Ah, that's funny. And yeah, it was nice and easy. It was just, bam, there we go. We would have done courthouse if my mom didn't have that pastor's certificate thing. It was just, you know, easier to have her do it instead of going to a courthouse. She was funny. She's like, "Do you want me to say anything?" And we're like, "No, just sign the paperwork. We're just doing this so that we can have like the tax and legal benefits, and also to say fuck you to all the people invalidating our relationship because we didn't sign a piece of paper." Someone hounded you like that. A point to have a secret wedding, like every day for a week. I mean, yeah, it was kind of tempting. I mean, honestly, if I did have a wedding now, one of those people definitely would not be invited because, let's just say that they weren't very nice to me for most of our lives, and they've decided that they don't want to talk to me for stupid reasons. So it's just like, I mean, whatever. And they were kind of a pain to deal with for quite a while about some stuff. I mean, I guess I could go into it if people really wanted to know, but certainly, like, do it, like, right next to their house, like, rent the venue right next to their place. Cool. They just miss it. That's funny. Well, I wasn't gonna have a secret wedding, but I sure as hell am gonna now. That actually reminds me of a conversation I had with that same sister about something at one point. A bouncy castle makes them extra jealous. Perfect. That's a great idea. Yeah, me and my spouse actually joked that we already had a wedding, and then when people were like, "What?" we were like, "Yeah, in Final Fantasy XIV." Because we'd gotten married in several video games before we got married in real life. Stay away from me! I mean, yeah, I get it. The break room at their workplace. Partner, you were talking about you'd prefer to have a wedding and have it small, most likely outdoors. Yeah, that sounds nice. Calmed your nerves about hosting a wedding. Yeah, I can see why. That hosting like an actual wedding sounds like it would be kind of a pain, honestly. The break room at their workplace is funny. Legally married in RuneScape? Nice. Yeah, I can see why back then that would seem a little weird. Whoa! Rip! I don't know if I'm gonna survive this. Rip! I'm definitely. Ah! I lived, bitch! Once you grew out of your liking people phase. I don't like people anymore. I'm too cool for that. So what is happening right now is, my spaceship is stranded because I'm missing parts for it, and some of the things I need can't be gotten in normal areas. So they were like, hey, we lost contact with this fuel mining facility. Can you go check out what the heck's going on over there, because we need the stuff from there to repair your ship. And when I showed up, it was full of fuel human hybrids. Get married in their house while they're out? Oh, that's funny. They have to put me on the TV. Perfect. It's full screen me. What's happening? Slime is taking damage and dying a lot because they're impatient and need to deal an extra 8 damage in the middle of the enemy spray attack. Yes, that is pretty accurate as to what's happening. That is, yeah, pretty much exactly what is happening is I'm being impatient with my attacking enemies and not waiting for them to finish their ranged attacks, and so I keep getting hit by the urchiest fuel. 4 more petty things can be done. That's just the baseline, yeah? Alright, ads have swept through. I will try not to do anything too particularly crazy while I'm waiting for y'all to get back. Alright, that sounds good, Magpie. You have a lovely sleep. Sweet dreams to you as well. Hugs right back. And yeah, I'll keep an eye out for your DM. I hope that when you wake up in the morning, you wake up feeling refreshed and that whatever got you sick goes away. Because that sucks. I'm just drinking some water. Okay. I'm literally right here. I should have just used the frickin' bed. What's wrong with me? Hey, loot! Communication failed. The transcript of a failed outgoing radio message with an automated lockout response. I see. That's sus. Airship's readings have reached 94 rads. You are in peril. Your peril level is currently 14,607 mortals. Sorry about the AI, dear. How much you make streaming? Not at all. I don't mind at all, Flint. Currently, not a whole lot because I'm just starting out. I think last month, all of my total earnings since I started in August were like $100. So So like I would say I'm doing pretty good considering I only started streaming in August. I'm really grateful to the community that I've developed, and I'm really glad you guys all enjoy being here. But yeah, so far I'm definitely not at the point where I could do this full time, but like that is obviously, you know, the dream, so to speak. Yeah, I don't mind sharing that. That was the ad revenue and subscriptions. Currently I don't have. Yeah, right. Exactly. Like that's why I'm really grateful for all of the people that have like subscribed to my channel and sit through my ads, because all of that money was literally just subscriptions, gift subscriptions, and ads. Like none of that was donations or anything like that yet. So like, yeah, I just really appreciate it. I'm also looking at potentially doing some commissions because people have mentioned that they really like my art, which makes me really happy. So I'm working on getting a portfolio up so I can share that with people. Right? Yeah, I do. Actually, my model right here, my little slime, I actually made that myself, as well as you can see my chat overlay up here. I made that myself as well. I actually did the chat overlay on stream if you want to look at my VODs on my YouTube. I also did all of my emotes I made myself as well, as well as like these little cats for Necomart, these little cute little assets for I did that to celebrate my affiliate. I made these for Halloween. So yeah, the only thing on my channel that I did not make myself is this little plushie and this little outfit, which were made by Sina VT. So yeah. Everything else, all of my redeems and stuff, all of my emotes, all of everything, I did myself, so. Yeah, I actually have some videos of me streaming the emotes as well, if you want to check those out. You can tell which ones they are because I specifically make sure to do the thumbnails. Yeah, a lot of people really love the ears and tail. I think it's super cute. I actually have it as one of my channel redeems now after October was over. And I plan every year in October, I'll wear it for all of my streams, and then otherwise it's just a general redeem. Or like if it's relevant to the game, you know? Yeah, I thought it turned out super cute. Clicking time. Alright, I think I've explored this whole area. But yeah, I really love doing art, so I'm glad people have been enjoying what I've been making. So I plan to get a portfolio up so I can share that with people too. Since some people have expressed interest and it'd be cool to get a VGen set up, and I need a portfolio for that. Let us go. What time is it? It is currently, 9 o'clock where I am, because I'm in Pacific. I'm usually more of a night owl. I tend to do, evening and night streams. 6 a.m. Nice. I hope that you're awake because you want to be and not because you have to be. Never. That, 3 p.m. Nice. Yeah, I've noticed I actually have people from a lot of different time zones. We have, and like from a lot of different places, hang out in here, which is really cool. I'm glad y'all have been enjoying it. I enjoy hanging out with you and like hearing about the interesting things from where you're from. Midnight, nice. I'm gonna sleep a little bit before I continue so I don't have to waste my little tiny bit of healing items I have left. You're from Australia? That's super cool. I think, Never, you said you were from Sweden, unless I'm mixing you up with someone else. And then, Magpie over on YouTube is from Canada. I know off the top of my head. You heard I was live and had to force yourself to wake up? I really appreciate it, but if you're that tired, feel free to go back to sleep. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. I hope that this is at least a good wake up. That's what I thought. I remember you were telling me about a bunch of stuff in Sweden, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm not mixing up the Never with someone else. Ooh! For a moment, I thought that was friend, but they tricked me. Look at them. Prolonged contact with the Urchius crystals must have, denatured their very being. Poor creatures have lost themselves completely. Ah! Get off my ass! I'm trying to read the thing. Why do you have so much life? Wah! You woke up at 3 a.m. because you weren't tired. That's good. Oh, Matcha, thank you so much for gifting subs. That actually hit my sub goal for this month. Right? Suck its life force out its ass through a straw. Thank you so much for gifting all those subs. We have those gifted subs went to Winston Evan 2000, Paradox 11226, Flinticus Maximu, Never 8 Heal 28, and Max Moshi. Thank you so much. I'm really glad that you guys enjoy the channel so much that you want to support me. And I'm glad that you guys, what a gift sub is, Flint, is on Twitch you can, so you know how YouTube you can subscribe to be a member of someone's channel? Twitch has something similar, where when you buy a sub, part of the money goes to the streamer. And it also allows you to use special emotes and a couple other things, so. And a gift sub means that someone else purchased a subscription with the intention of it going to other people. Why are my captions suddenly not working today? What the heck? Hello? Like, I know it's pulling from the right source. Hold on. That's so weird. Why have they suddenly stopped? Thank you so much, Matcha, and happy holidays to you too. I really appreciate it. It's a good thing we have these weapons down here. It looks like we're on our own. Yeah, you're definitely on your own there, friend. Sleepy time. Yeah, I'll have to check out my captions after stream. I have no idea why they've suddenly decided to stop existing. So strange. Yes, and now you have the channel emotes. I have some of the fancy emotes in the subscriptions. I'm currently working on a couple animated emotes that I don't have in there yet, just because I haven't gotten to them, but that is one of the other things that are planned. Okay, this is a checkpoint, which means that from now on, when I die, I won't have to start all frickin' over again. Alright, I actually have a note in here I didn't read yet. Friendly guidelines from the Lethea Corporation on all of their employees. Leaving this mission area will reset your progress for the area. Are you sure you want to teleport? Yes, because I need to empty my inventory. Yee, exactly. You get the flaming slime emote, for example. Alright. So we are going to put our space parts in here. Let's see. I'm gonna put the guns and stuff in here too, so I have more space. I'm gonna leave these notes, and I'm gonna leave sniper. Put that in there. Because I might want to use these for mining later in this area. Okay, there we go. You should play when you were younger. That's awesome. I'm super happy. I'm glad that you wanted to go back and play. Think it depends. Fox looks skeptical and judgmental. I mean, kind of. I think so. They definitely have that, like, I'm giving you squinty eyes look. Yeah, I really love Starbound. It's really unfortunate that Chucklefish decided to go, you know, full evil corporation. Wait, why did it restart me? That was a checkpoint. Rip, whatever. Yeah, Paradox, I'm glad that this made you want to play Starbound again. It's, as I said, it's unfortunate Chucklefish decided to go full crazy and not want to pay their devs because, oh, well, you guys are volunteers. Yeah, they're also teenagers that have put so much love into this game that it's making you buku bucks. Music got loud again. Alright, let's just turn down the music even more. There we go, that's probably good. Yeah, thanks for the heads up about the music. Sometimes it's a little hard for me to tell how loud everything is. Detecting both Urchius chemical signatures and human DNA in those creatures. They're probably gonna be violent. Yeah, that is also one of the sad things about this being a abandonware game, is that, yeah, they're not gonna fix things like that. Do Game Pass, because you're not really yeah, exactly. I already had Starbound because I bought it before they, like, I bought it back when it was still in, like, beta, early access type stuff, you know? So I bought it before it was revealed that they were being jerks. And yeah, I was actually giving people some suggestions for if they've been looking forward to Witchbrook. Witchbrook is also a Chucklefish game, so I was giving some suggestions on if you're looking forward to Witchbrook, but you don't want to support Chucklefish after learning about the messed up things that they did to the Starbound devs, and there's a reason that Concerned Ape, who is of the Stardew Valley fame, left the company, left them as a publishing company. You can play these games instead. So yeah, if anyone was looking forward to a, like, going to a witch school game, let me know and I can go look up the name of those games that I was recommending last time. It was like Lumera and Witchspire were the two games I was recommending. They're both in Steam, so. Yeah, it ain't gonna hurt anyone if I'm playing this when I already own it. They've already completely abandoned the game. At this point, it's only one reasonable solution. Never. Let's see. And Flinticus, you're paying forward the gift you got from Matcha. Thank you so much for gifting the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. That went to Seagoat Games, Yuki to Kitsune 2, Vesperion, Violet the Slime, and Cloudy Dark Sky. Yeah, thank you so much. We'll have to make a witch school game. I mean, yeah, that would be a thing. If anyone knows how to code and wants to make video games, I would definitely love to do art for games. That's actually, fun fact, literally what my Bachelor of Arts degree from my university is from. I literally have a Bachelor of Arts in Game Art and Animation. That is a fun fact about me. Bonus fun fact, my actual job is bookkeeper slash accountant. Because my mom was a certified public accountant, and so I was working with her while I was in school, and then I just stopped. But she retired, and the person who took over the business was not as good of a business owner. But yeah, I don't know enough about coding. But yeah, thank you all. Oh, we're hype training. Ah, we have to. No, wrong button. Hang on. I can't click anything correctly. All right. Here we go. It's hype train time. We're in rainbow mode. Thank you guys so much. This is like, y'all are gonna make me cry on Christmas. That's what's gonna happen. I'm so thankful that all of you guys enjoy being here so much and that you want to support me as a creator. I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you're here. It's fun hanging out, and thank you again. Words are hard. I will try not to die again so I can actually show you what the end of this dungeon looks like. Right? Crying on Christmas. It's the new Christmas tradition. Yeah, I would actually been wanting to go into like concept art or something, but I ended up deciding that I'm pretty good at bookkeeping, so I figured I'd stick with that because then when I do art, I can do the art that I want instead of having to make things and then like mess them up. Yeah. I am a very emotional person. I don't actually know if I've cried. Have I cried on Christmas? That's entirely possible. I have so much stuff to sell to the NPCs. Stop running. Apparently, I'm the one that should have run. Alright, Flint, you have a lovely lurk. Thank you so much for hanging out and chatting. I really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoy having this as your background noise. It was really nice having you here, and thank you so much for donating to the channel. I should probably go and sell some of this stuff in town. Alright. Oh, you thought it was an emote? No worries. Well, have fun with the redeems. Yeah, those are there so that people can like say hello or no worries. So on Twitch, I'll give you a quick overlay of the redeems while I am drinking and adjusting how I'm sitting. Twitch has this thing called redeems where you can do this fun little thing where I actually set up all those redeems as custom so people can do things like ask me to make a clicking noise, like Matcha did earlier, or ask me to talk like a Florin, or put on my cute little ears and tail, or I'll drink some more water. They can Tamagotchi me so that I take care of myself and don't sit like a shrimp. Or I added a couple of 1.1s, like the lurk, I exist and do not perceive me. Yeah, and that way people can, you know, interact with the channel without having to put messages in chat if they don't want to. So it's a nice way of being like, hey, I'm here, but I don't want you to reply to the things I'm saying. Or, hey, I'm here, I just didn't feel like saying hi in chat. Or, hey, I'm gonna lurk just so you know. All right. Thank you guys so much for helping us get that hype train. We have, I can click the right buttons. We have choo-chooed to victory. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I honestly was not expecting to get a Christmas present on Christmas, but you guys have definitely delivered. Thank you so much. So yeah, The redeems are in there so that people can ask. Basically, it's a cute little, like, because you'll notice the channel points at the bottom that are the little slime cores. Speaking of Christmas present on Christmas. Oh. I need you to DM me your Steam friend code so you can give you tabletops. Okay. I will, send me a DM, Moshi, so that I don't forget, and I will do that after stream. Thank you. Okay, we are gonna go to the outpost and sell all this extra crap that I have. Y'all are so nice to me. Thank you. Ugh. I almost started slouching again after you just told me to fix my position, lol. Alright. So yeah, you, being in streams on Twitch or, sometimes little contests and fun things like that will get you channel points. Yeah, right, banana posture for the win, exactly. And so when you get those channel points, you can use them to redeem channel rewards that people have set up. And then bits are like little donations. I also do have an actual donation link if you guys don't want to give part of your money to Twitch. That is on my Twitch page and my YouTube page as my donations sell. Okay, I'm gonna double check these guns before I sell them. Shrapnel bomb. Okay, I might keep that one. Just in my inventory. Or just in my stuff somewhere. It's got a flashlight. Okay. Yeah, so the reason that I stream on Twitch, is because there is not currently a better place to stream. Unfortunately. Twitch is still kind of the go-to that most people use to watch streams, but that is why I multi-stream to, like, YouTube, for example, you know? If there was a Twitch equivalent that had the same, like, monetization features and stuff like that, I would probably use it. But there's not. But for example, I would never go to TwitchCon. Ever. So yeah. Right? They also are so much harder to get monetized on. Like, on YouTube, in order to get monetized, you need to have 500 subscribers. Twitch, you need, like, 50 followers. Malbrosia, welcome, welcome. Of course you can say hi. Yeah, YouTube also needs to adjust their monetization. Put that in there, and that in there. All right, I think we good. So yeah, YouTube isn't quite up to par with Twitch for streaming yet. Right, exactly. Hi, Malbrosia. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I don't know. Can you? I can't quite do the annoying teacher voice, but yes, I have heard people say that for. I don't know. Can you do that? I can do annoying other kid voice, at least. May I? Yes, you may. Hello, welcome. We are starbounding for Christmas, and everyone is being very nice to me and giving me many Christmas presents in the form of gift subs to the community. So they're giving Christmas presents to everyone, and I really appreciate it. It makes me very happy. Mayhaps. I mean, props to that kid, I guess. Like, Alright, if that's what you want to do. Nice. The 1980s. Lol. Yeah, I think as opposed to may I, like, I would usually go with something like, hey, do you mind if I do this? Because may I is definitely, like, it's got a different vibe. Hey, can I do this? Or, hey, do you mind if I do that? But, like, can I is just the common thing to say. I wonder if people even correct that anymore. Yeah, it's not cool. I'm glad that that teacher got fired for not letting that kid go to the bathroom. Like, just let people pee. Why are you being weird about it? Just walked out of class. Yeah? I only went to school for like 4 years, because I was homeschooled for most of my elementary school. So I think it was like, no wait, hold on, because 4 years was high school, and then it was like a year and a year or two of middle school. So yeah, it was like 6 years. So yeah, and then when we hit like middle school-ish, I think can I ask you out probably sounds better than may I. Unless there's like a certain vibe. Like if it's a really classy joint or you're like Renaissance fairing it up, I would say may I, but if you're just in like a dive bar or something, I think can I. Or if you guys were doing some sort of jokey thing, then I could see you guys doing like a may I. Right? I likely have autism as well. My current psychiatrist is actually looking at getting the certification, knowledge. So one of the issues in my area is that most people don't diagnose autism in adults. So he is currently looking into getting the ability to do that because, well, he has multiple patients that most likely have autism, but don't have anyone in their insurance network that can diagnose them with it. So. Well, then first you bow, then approach. Lol, you're right, Melbroja. I was wrong. You have to bow first at Renfest. Renfair, just ask your name. Yeah? Right? Exactly. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I'm one of those people that, like, people were telling people I knew that I had autism as a way of explaining my behavior before they told me that they thought I had autism. Like, I found out my mom had been telling people, oh, don't worry, Rena has autism, like, to explain the way I am, and I'm like, is there a particular reason you didn't tell me that you were telling people I had autism? Like, just for my own reference? I have been officially diagnosed with ADHD, though. It was kind of funny because I basically walked in and was like, hey, I think I have these things, and he looked at my stuff and listened to me talk and went, yeah? Fill out these couple pieces of paperwork so we can confirm, but yeah? Yeah, exactly, Matcha. It's stupid expensive to go to, like, a professional in some areas. Right? Well, and if you were diagnosed with one of the, discontinued terms, I guess, like, you still have autism, because it's now just all of its autism spectrum disorder. Damn, you got peer- Yeah, I got hardcore peer reviewed. I've been making that joke where I'm like, no, I'm not self-diagnosed or officially diagnosed. I'm the secret third thing, peer reviewed. I saw that post somewhere and it cracked me up because that has actually happened to me. The number of times I've had friends be like, hey Rena, you were diagnosed with autism, right? And I'm like, No, but I probably have it. Like, the number of times I've had that conversation, or other people being like, you're autistic, right? I'm like, I mean, probably, but is funny. Yeah. Yeah, I would say, autism is definitely still getting looked at, because a lot of, well, like, how hard it is for females with autism to get diagnosed because of the symptoms manifesting differently. Because you're autistic and she didn't know how to talk to autistics. Duh, yeah. That's probably not wrong. I'm assuming the belt is a joke. Like a dark comedy thing, Flint. I just hope. So, he had got ADD and ADHD and autism plus depression, anxiety. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty similar to mine, actually. A lot of that stuff is very comorbid, honestly. Tried to claim autism on something and was told that the Asperger's diagnosis is no longer valid because... What? That doesn't even make sense. That's bullshit. I don't know who looked at your paperwork, but no, that's wrong. Sorry, I don't agree. That's garbage. Incorrect. And it's not that the diagnosis has changed, it's that Asperger's is now called autism spectrum disorder, along with the rest of autism spectrum disorder. Who the hell was looking at your paperwork? What an asshole. Let's see. You know, shell shock's called PTSD, or these are not service-related vibes, yeah. Females are better at masking, which is, yeah, especially because, people who present as women in society are often expected to be more emotional and understanding and not have tantrums, air quote, and boys will be boys, and, you know, that kind of stuff. So, females are often forced to mask a lot more often than males are. They also tend to manifest with, hyperfocus or, ADHD is similar, where, like, in ADHD, females will tend to present with more, inattentive as opposed to hyperactive ADHD, for example. So it's a lot more common for people to think they're just not paying attention or not trying hard enough or whatever. So. And if a boy is lazy about not doing his homework, the parents are more likely to go, tee-hee, well, you know how it is. I'm really sorry to hear that, Melbrosia. I hope you were able to get out of that situation as soon as possible. That is garbage. It sucks how many people were like that, and even some still are like that. That's just messed up. That is insane. Matcha, like, realistically, I get why they do that kind of thing, but, like, why could you not? Thanks? Like, just let people get the support they need. Fuck. This is why we have so many problems with mental health in the United States. Based off the findings from studies that were made on... Yeah, exactly, Flint. Most autism studies are done on male subjects. What do you mean your trauma came from the traumatic thing we sent you to do? Yeah, I can see why. I'm really glad, Melbrosia. I know you've talked about your daughter a lot. And yeah, you sound like you're a great dad, and I'm really glad that you were able to move away from being that kind of person. And props to you for that. I know that kind of thing can be really hard, and grats on ending the cycle of trauma. Because, yeah. Like, that's... Not a lot of people manage to do that, and it can be really hard. It's something you have to do very actively. You wanted me to put on the Mimikyu plushie, and I did not see it. My bad. I got so many pings, I missed them. I really need to make, like, a, hey, listen, Rena, you didn't notice this. Like, pay attention to something ping that you guys can do periodically. So you can be like, hello? Hello? Maybe I should just, like, record, like, a, hello? Is it me you're looking for? Like, just randomly, and just have, like, a, hey, listen ping that you guys can put off. Like, hey, you didn't notice that this was asked. Snake being noticed by the enemy noise. Perfect. Yeah, exactly, Flint. It can be hard for people to recognize they're repeating a cycle when they don't know what the cycle is. So the fact that you were able to recognize that cycle and you were able to not just internalize the stuff, but, like, look in and reflect on whether or not something was appropriate is, like, that's impressive. Like, props. That can be really freaking hard. I mean, I think all of us are still working on trying to figure out, like, our stuff, you know? Let's see. Should I keep these pickaxes? Might as well. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I feel like introspection is something that you can just do for years. Like, there's so many things in my life that I only realized after time and introspection. It's also crazy how much you telling a story to people and having them giving you an absolutely horrified look at your funny story helps you realize that maybe something was not okay with that situation you were in. I know I don't need to light up all the computers, but I like doing it. Yep. Yeah, that's why you go to psychiatrists, exactly. Yeah. I think that's a nice way of putting it, Malbrosia. You're the one who has to live in your own body, so you should be happy with it, is another thing I've heard, another phrase I've heard that's kind of along the same lines. Like, no one else is living your life for you. You're the one that has to live it, so do what makes you happy, you know? One thing I always think is a lot of people are like, but what if I'm not making a difference? And it's like, you don't have to. Like, you don't have to be the one to make a difference. Like, if you're just, it's okay to just be sometimes. It's like you don't have to be the one to teach people, you know? You could also phrase that as grind set is garbage if you wanted to be serious about it, Flint. And it can be really hard sometimes to do something, especially woo trauma people pleaser tendencies. Like when I first started trying to be my authentic self, so to speak, in my day-to-day life, there were some issues with like people not understanding why I was suddenly saying no to things. Basically, because I've very much always been the, you know, lay back and just do what other people want, you know, like whatever, they want to go do X and I don't really want to, but it's fine, you know. Perfect. Yeah, that's the real big brain emoji. I don't need to be better because I'm already perfect. And yeah, some people can express confusion over your choices, but in reality, it's not your choices they're confused by, it's the fact that you're not just doing what they want, which is unfortunate. Well, I don't see why wearing a dress is such a big deal. You have some dresses that you wear personally. Yeah, because I want to, not because social convention dictates that women wear dresses. Yeah. Some people get offended. People get offended when you start setting boundaries. Now that's what happens to bully others. Lol. Sorry, I've always been the type to think before I act. Yeah, that's an option. You sure you want to know? What's wrong with dresses? They don't help hold the farts in. That's funny. See, if one of the people involved wasn't my mother, I could have made a joke like, it just doesn't hold my dick in that well, but unfortunately, as she gave birth to me, she is fully aware of the anatomy that I came out with, so that one doesn't quite work as well. Right? Yeah, I've always tended to prefer more masculine-leaning clothes. Usually the feminine-leaning clothes I like tend to be more like alt-punk. Goth Lolita, Renaissance, like. I finally started adding some of that style of stuff to my wardrobe, which is fun. Someday, I will get through this, but talking is fun, so I'm not particularly upset. Lol. Perfect. I mean, yeah, we wouldn't want that. Stretching my legs a little bit. That's crazy. Yeah, especially back when I was in high school, I wore a lot of, like, hand-me-down men's clothes, and so I got called, like, boy or he surprisingly often at that point, which always kind of made me laugh because, well, I have always been a particularly petite, long-haired one, so I was like, alright. I guess, masculine sweater. Yeah, I actually have, the hydrate, redeem as an emote in Discord, because it was funny. I'm sorry you almost got kicked out of the concert. Some people are weird. But yeah, there's so many times people make weird assumptions. Like, I remember in the town I lived in, so many, male and, men, like either cis men or whatever, would get called girls or she because they had long hair. And it was just like, y'all make weird assumptions sometimes. Oh, short hair must be a man. You know scissors exist, right? But yeah, the hydrate emote I put into, unfortunately, Twitch has very limited emote slots, so unless I make an animated one, I don't have room, but if you want to play around with any of the emotes that you can see in there, if you join the Discord, I have all of those in the Discord emotes list for people. Right? Nice. Didn't have a lot of men's clothes. Your girlfriend kept stealing them. Perfect. Well, I'm glad you were able to keep your clothes eventually, Moshi. I don't think it's weird. I think long hair is neat. As someone who has long hair, because I just think it's neat. Marge potato meme. Well, in preferences, like, just because you prefer something doesn't mean you don't like the other stuff, you know? Right, well, for what it's worth, women's sizes are insane. Like, things are literally different sizes depending on what aisle of the store you're in, let alone what store you go to. Like, comparing men's sizing and women's sizing just isn't fair. Men's sizing is consistent and uses actual numbers that make sense. Women's sizing is vibes and ego and vanity and companies trying to steal your money. It's horrible. I hate it. It's a pain in the ass. Trying to be like, am I a large or it's small? Also, having an unconventional shape makes shopping in women's clothing stores a nightmare because everything is like perfectly sized. So if you have broad shoulders, like the sleeves are inside your armpits, and it's just a nightmare, man. Yeah, men's sizes don't change by the brand, exactly. They're just like, how long are your legs? Yeah, exactly, Moshi, that's perfect. Men's sizing is in measurements, women's sizing is in nagging. Exactly that. Yes, that is exactly what I was saying in one sentence. Perfect. Correct. Well, and some of them do this weird thing where they make a size 0 like a really big size so that people buy from their shop instead of other shops, and it's just... why? Yeah, once I start doing more art, I might start like a Patreon or something if everyone is interested, but I've never really done one before and I don't really know what people would want to see. Because I know some people prefer to support on platforms like Patreon or other things as opposed to like YouTube or Twitch or whatever, because they want more of the money to go to the like content creator as opposed to the platform, which makes sense. To like totally go back to an old conversation, brain go burr, I guess. Woo, ADHD. Right, exactly. Something labeled size 00, and you're like, is this bigger or smaller? Yeah, right? Like, you'll have, it's crazy. Like, you'll have one shirt that's a small, and it's too big for you. And then you'll have another shirt that's an XL, and it's too small. And it's like, why? Like, I've had large shirts where the sleeves don't fit me. And then small shirts where the sleeves are huge. And I'm like, who designs this shit? Yeah, it's like, if you're ever, and the worst part is even if you're buying stuff from the same shop, you often have to check the individual items, because like one of their lines of pants will run small and the other one will be really big, and like just weird shit like that, and it's like, why? Like, can't at least the same shop keep consistent clothing sizes? Right? Genuinely clothes for babies being labeled 3 to 6 months still makes more sense than women's clothing sizes. The Chinese designed the clothing size, yeah, exactly. Yeah, since I was mentioning art before, the little plushie is made by Sina VT, who does a bunch of really cute, cheap / free Pokemon designs on their VGen and Ko-Fi and stuff. They do a lot of like onesies and plushies and sleep masks and just cute stuff like that. They often, when they first make them, they give them out for free. They've mentioned before that they would love to always have them for free, but VGen has like, or Ko-Fi, has like rules on how many free things you can have on there, so. But they're very cute, so I like to have them on here to rep their cute stuff. So I don't buy any pants online, but will buy the largest size of hoodie anyone has half the time, right? $3X and it's kind of tight if it's coming from Europe, right? Yeah, no, it's sometimes sizing is freaking weird. I usually prefer oversized hoodies and stuff anyway. Right, if it's too big, you get a wearable blanket. Exactly, I like bigger hoodies. I feel like hoodies that are too tight just, like, defeat the point of hoodies, really. That's actually why I really liked the novice hoodie that Joe Cat released on Makeship a while ago. Yeah, that makes sense. Wearing with writing leather. Like, I could see if you needed something fitted, like writing leathers or something, and you wanted something more fitted over that, I could see a tight hoodie working for that. The problem I have with a lot of tight clothes is, like I mentioned, I have really broad shoulders, and most stuff are not designed that way. Or, anyone who is particularly curvaceous might also understand that, clothing sizes don't seem to be designed to fit, like, real people. Yeah, exactly. Baggy clothes on something like a motorcycle is just gonna lead to chafing or worse. And if you do fall over, which is very likely if you're riding a motorcycle, you don't want your clothes getting caught in any of the bits of the bike. Ah, curvy with narrow shoulders. Ooh, yeah, that could be a problem. Yeah, So, like, and that's the thing is, obviously, as humans and slimes and whatever else we are here in the ocean, all fish come in different shapes and sizes, but clothing is designed for a shape of fish that doesn't exist. Now, some of them do, sure. But if we have 1% of people that can fit a clothing type as it is designed, and the other 99% does not fit that, it is clearly not a good design. And that is the problem. They design clothing to look good on runway models and mannequins, not on the vast majority of the population. And they don't care about making alternatives so that everyone can wear them. Right? The fish goes in the square hole. This hole was made for me. So yeah, finding stuff that actually fits your body type is basically a nightmare, no matter what body type you have. Especially if it's fitted, at which point it's basically impossible. It extra sucks when fashion slips around so that all of the fashionable stuff looks terrible on your body type. That's always fun. People are like, oh my gosh, these dresses are so cute, and every single one you try on just does not look good. They're gonna do a fursuit creator. Oh, yeah. That could be fun. I feel like if you, like, started with smaller things. Mochi. I know you're joking, but, like, also be nice to yourself. I'm gonna assume that you're just joking because it's okay. Self-deprecating humor is totally fine, but I also want you to know to be nice to yourself before I go into the that is a funny joke. All right, Melbrosia, you have a lovely sleep, and I hope that when you wake up tomorrow, you wake up and are ready to face the day. And yes, I hope everyone has an awesome day, and that is the plan. That's the goal. All right, so we'll see you later, Melbrosia. Thank you so much for hanging out. It was lots of fun. Okay, good. I just wanted to mention that just in case. I figured. You never know what someone is going through. But yeah, and it's like, it can be really hard to find clothes if you're not, you know, what the current model aesthetic is, and it's just like, why? Why? I just want a pair of pants. So, yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it. That's awesome, Matcha. I'm glad you've been able to do that. And Melbrosia, thank you so much for lurking. I really appreciate it. But yeah, that's really cool that you've been able to transition into muscle gaining. I know that's really hard. I've been trying to exercise more because I need to for health reasons, but like, I lost a lot of ability level to do things after my flare-up of my autoimmune disease for obvious reasons. And now that I'm immunosuppressed, it's just like, man, doing stuff is hard. So yeah, that's awesome that you've been able to like work through that. I imagine that feels like a really cool goal to achieve, you know? And yeah, I think Moshe, that's probably like the best way you can view something you don't like about yourself is just, I'll just do something. I know, I'm trying my best. I keep getting distracted and then I like stop looking at my life. Nice, that'll be really cool. If you don't mind, when you get that, you should definitely share a picture because that sounds like it's gonna be awesome. I had thought occasionally about getting tattoos, but I honestly can't imagine which one I would want, and now that I'm immunocompromised, probably never gonna happen, but I think they're really neat. One of my younger sisters has a bunch of tattoos. Ooh, I think you mentioned that before, actually, the Sandshrew tattoo. I bet it's cute. I think you said you got a shiny one, because that's what your name is based on, is the shiny blah, 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 blah. Shiny Sandshrew. I can words. I have been drinking water. Why is my throat more goopy? Nah, tattoos are your normal Sandshrew. Oh, that'll be fun. All the forms and shinies. What is your opinion of a lowland Sandshrew? Total, like, relatedly, I really love the concept of the Alolan variants, specifically because it meant that we started getting variants of everything. I absolutely love the concept of Pokemon variants because the idea that they evolved different types in different areas is so cool, and I love the alternate designs. Especially because if there's a Pokemon that you're like, this Pokemon has a neat concept, but I don't really dig their type and or design, well, hopefully eventually they'll make an alternate one. It's a nice cube. That's cute. Alright. Hopefully, I will remember to look at my life and not just the chat. I'm really bad at looking at my life. I always forget. Okay, I'm gonna go rest in the bed before I go downstairs. Really hoping they were actually gonna increase the speed for lowlands. It's true since it's ice, not. Whoops. That's what I get for not looking where I'm walking. Missing would be viable is competitive. Oh, that's cool. That would be cool. You know what? It's genuinely disappointing that Arceus didn't give us that. Arceus would have been the perfect game for original Beast Magikarp. Ah, that makes sense. But right? Yeah, no, like, I absolutely love... Well, and they could have done it in Scarlet and Violet, too. They could have had one of the Scarlet, like, past creatures could have been Bestial Magikarp. It would have been amazing. But they're cowards. And no worries, Matcha. Legends Johto games so we can see the Sojo ruins and stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool. Any of the games that have ruins. Honestly, I want to go back farther than Arceus. I want to go back to the point in time where people didn't have civilization and they were just on the run from Pokemon, like Pokemon Caveman. That's what I want. Before Pokeballs. Like, I want to wrestle Pokemon with my bare hands, you know? Like, Pokemon but Arc Survival Evolved. That's what I want. And no worries, Matcha, about the voice to text. I can imagine you're tired if you've been up for 2 days. I know night shift can be really brutal, but like, I hope Christmas stuff was fun at least. I appreciate you coming and hanging out at all while you're sleepy. Hopefully the stream is relaxing and fun. And y'all are always free to ramble about whatever. I enjoy it, obviously. That's probably why I keep dying, actually, is because I'm so distracted by having fun talking with you guys. It's like, damn, maybe I should have made this a just chatting stream. Right? Like, what was the war? I have not played all of the games, but I have heard enough to, like, kind of know what you're talking about. And, like, the idea that the world of Pokemon must have had, like, a Pokemon or horrifying monsters that everyone needs to run from was always just a headcanon. Until Arceus confirmed it by having all of the villagers be absolutely freaking terrified of Pokemon, right? And I was really happy that they finally confirmed it, but I want more. Because whichever one has that catching Pokemon is bad K kid N, I think that's one of the ones that mentions a Pokemon War, right? I've never actually played that one. I just know who he is because of osmosis. Yeah, I think so. And I should clarify, I've played a little bit of Black and White, but I've never played enough to actually get through the story. Because, like, I have it, but I never really played beyond the beginning of the game. So. Oh, rip. Forgot to look at my life. I did this to myself. But yeah, like, Pokemon is clearly a world in which the, you know, titular Pokemon are way more horrifying than we give them credit for. Like, every time I see people talking about, like, I don't mind the dogfighting jokes and stuff, right? But, like, it's not. Because dogs don't breathe fire. Chickens don't create sandstorms. Like, if we lived in a world where dogs breathed fire and a flap of a chicken's wings could create a sandstorm, we would train them to fight too, because we don't want to die. You know? Like, during the war in AZ's times, he used a weapon to release his Floret when she realized he used the souls. Ooh. Interesting. That would be cool. So many of these things in Pokemon, it's just like, but I want more of this. Like, they had to make art. I get that they don't want to not have Pokeballs in their games, for example, but it was like, okay, Arceus was a great start. It's right when they developed Pokeballs. Go back before Pokeballs. Do it, cowards. You know? Like... Is that when Legends ZA takes place? Yeah, I haven't played ZA. I was excited for Arceus because it was specifically, like, a past one. Yeah, exactly. Let me throw rocks and bait at Pokemon like the early game Safari Zones until the Pokemon loves me. Yes, exactly. Let me throw food at Pokemon until they like me. Let me steal eggs from Pokemon nests like the little goblin that I am, and then hatch the Pokemon and raise it as my child. Like... That's cool. So, it sounds like ZA is kind of like a, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, but, like, in one of the other areas, because Let's Go, Pikachu slash Eevee is a sequel to Pokemon Yellow. Where your team exclusively is mons from eggs you stole from nests would go hard. Right? Exactly! Exactly. Like, let me feed a Pikachu until it becomes my friend. Let me steal the egg of a Charizard to hatch a Charmander. Like, that's the Pokemon world I want to play in. That's why I jokingly said Arc Survival Evolved, but Arc doesn't actually let you steal eggs and hatch them, which is immensely disappointing to me. They got rid of the abilities, but their battle system's on timers and based on your strategies. You can actually... Oh, that's interesting. No, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I really liked the research aspect of Arceus, which is why I got it. But I haven't, I also don't have a Switch 2 for, except we do have a Switch 2, but I wasn't particularly, like, interested in playing, the new Legends game, like, yet. So I figured I'd wait and kind of see where it goes. I'm gonna focus on fighting these guys before I look at chat and die again. Okay, now I'll look at chat. I took this to eat, but the shell is too hard, and then a Larvitar popped out and thinks I'm its mother. We're gonna go fight God. Yes, exactly. That is the Pokemon game we need. Oh, what? I'm too excited and I can't speak. What is shiny hunting like in ZA? Because I really liked the shiny hunting in Scarlet Violet because I loved being able to actually see the Pokemon and, like, look for them, you know? Ah! Rip. I screwed up. Rip. Give me emotional support, my pet snake. Yeah, I don't even have sandwiches or anything. Literally all I did in Scarlet and Violet is I want a shiny Wooper. Because Paldean Wooper is so freaking cute and Clodsire is also so freaking cute. So I went to the swamp and I just did a circle around the swamp over and over again because the distance from one end of the swamp to the... All Woopers are cute. Exactly. The distance from one end of the swamp to the other is enough distance to reset the Pokemon on the other side. So I was just circling the swamp until I saw shiny stuff. Nice. Yeah, Wooper was one of the events in Pokemon Go I definitely made sure to do the community day for because I wanted all the shinies. Same with Solosis. Haven't beat it yet. So far it's neat. It's not like Legends Arceus. Literally it made some people turn to strategy games for that end game. That's funny. I'll just battle and competitive. So I had to think in a team composition. That's interesting. I haven't actually gotten that far yet, but now I'm curious. It sounds like the end of Arceus was a nightmare. That's kind of funny. Strategy gamers, save me. Help! I can't do this alone. That's funny. It's literally a nightmare. I see. Wait, so you didn't actually go back in the past, or you had a nightmare while you were in the past? Like, is this one of those it was all a dream endings? I'm asking, so feel free to spoiler me, because now I'm curious. Played through the game, super under levels. When we got to the last fight, I was like, excuse the fuck out of me right now. Okay, the nightmare is the whole end game. Cool, alright. Yeah, come on, brain. Supply me with the words that I was going to say. I usually accidentally overlevel, but I only overlevel a single Pokemon because I tend to use my starter and like nothing else for the entire game. And so I end up with like a starter that's really high level, and then everything else is like level 2. Except obviously in Scarlet and Violet, because in those games, all of your Pokemon level up as you do stuff, which kind of saved my ass. However, in Ruby, that kind of messed me up because I got a Trico as my starter. And one of the Elite Four has a Skarmory. And the reason why anytime I see Skarmories and I like squint my eyes a little bit is because, I'm gonna close this door so I don't die. The way it works is the moves do a lot more than what they do in, oh. Ah, okay, that makes sense. The bullshit. That's crazy. Wow, so yeah, it sounds like the ending of Arceus is gonna be fun. If I ever get a capture card, maybe I will play some Arceus on stream. So to physically dodge because the Pokemon's also trying to kill you. That's great. Oh man. So right, so anyway, I was playing Ruby. And I had my Sceptile, which was like level 70. And I'm walking through a zone, and a level 20 Skarmory shows up. And I'm like, cool, another Pokemon I'm gonna absolutely murder. Except I couldn't do any damage to it. Because Sceptile has a double weakness to Skarmory. And Skarmory proceeded, like, I literally had to spend 30 minutes fighting that motherfucker. And I was like, I hate Skarmories. I hate all of them. And then my worst fucking nightmare, guys. One of the members of the Elite Four has a level 50 Skarmory. Or no, sorry, Skarmory has a double strength against? Sceptile? Question mark? Yeah, double resists, that's what it is. Skarmory double resists Sceptile, and all of my other Pokemon were level 20. And my Skarmory was level 70, or no, sorry, my Sceptile was level 70, and I couldn't kill a level 20 Skarmory. I had to sit there for like 30 minutes fighting him. I haven't seen the new Megas they added to ZA. If you want to ping me about those in the Discord, I'd love to see them. I've been hearing the new Megas are really cool. But anyway, so one of the members of the Elite Four has a level 50 Skarmory, and I got to that fight, and I was like, oh no, I'm fucked. I can't fight this guy. So I started looking up. I'm like, what possible Pokemon could I use against him? Luckily, it was Ruby. Because someone was like, oh, use the Metagross you get at the end of the game. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'm finishing the story. So I was doing the story, and then I realized Groudon is level 50 and a fire type. Groudon's not actually a fire type, apparently. I was wrong about that, but whatever. Mega Skarmory is the best. Is that the one with, like, the long legs? The long leg Skarmory? That everyone's like, no, this is perfect. Don't change it. I saw some of the memes about that. That's great. Oh, yeah, like, Skarmory is a really interesting Pokemon. I just have a personal grudge against it for making my Ruby fights a nightmare. Because I picked a Grass-type Pokemon and messed myself up. So, anyway, funny thing, so despite the fact that I could barely kill a level 20 Skarmory, I one-hit shot Groudon and was like, I had to reload my game. But anyway, I used the Groudon to kill the Skarmory so I could actually defeat the Elite Four with my Sceptile, and then I finished. But I was like, what is this nightmare? So every time I see Skarmory, I get like an instinctive, like, oh no, you kind of vibe, you know? Yeah, I tend to lean towards the grass types. Occasionally I'll look at the cute types, but I would say I'm definitely a grass type. I've already got the Great Randomizer and ready to be playing Pokemon Ruby. Oh, that's fun! Ooh, that would be a really fun starter, Matcha. I like that idea. Shiny Sandshrew randomized Ruby? That would be a lot of fun. I will also say, nice. That's funny. That is funny. I would say, a lot of my favorites tend to be Psychic, I've noticed. Because, like, Solosis is one of my favorites, and I also love Cast Form. But I am so sad that so many of the features from Ruby Sapphire didn't end up in any mainline series after that, because pageants, amazing. Secret bases, amazing. Why are those not in the mainline games? I absolutely love having a Pokemon tournament that is not a fighting tournament. I feel like it really expands the Pokemon universe, and it's really disappointing that we basically get nothing from that ever again. Also, secret bases were so fun. Yeah, I loved being able to go in. Yeah, the little mini games. Like, there's so many side things they just never brought back. And yeah, I know that that stuff is all gonna be in, like, the remakes, but it's like, why did they not add it to any of the later gens? Like, put the pageant contests in the later Pokemon gens. They're really fun. Honestly, I feel like they really missed out by not doing that in Scarlet Violet, because Scarlet Violet would have been the perfect game to reintroduce pageants and secret bases. Right? Because it's about a bunch of kids in school. So, like, Scarlet Violet is the perfect game to be like, secret bases. Also, because the game is specifically trying to tell you that, hey, you don't have to only fight other trainers, I feel like doing pageants as one of the options would have been really cool story-wise. Also, Nimona is the antagonist, and you can't tell me otherwise. Just gonna throw that out there, random side comment. She's a horrible person. Would have been a perfect game, like the frame rate above 10. Yeah, that would probably help. The only thing you've really seen great about Scarlet and Violet is people using the blue as a hide and seek game. That's so cute. So, have any of you guys who've played Scarlet and Violet ever said no to Nimona? Like, have you ever denied doing one of her her fights with her? Because she seems okay in the beginning of the game if you do whatever she wants, but the moment you start saying no to her, no, she doesn't. That's the problem. If you keep saying no to her as you play the game, she literally screams at you until you say yes. Like, that is not a joke. Like, she will go, no, we're gonna have a fight, and you go, no, I don't want to. And she'll go, no, I want to have a battle. And if you keep saying no in, like, the second or third combat, she literally screams, like, full-on exclamation mark text, stomping the ground, will not stop screaming until you say yes. And she does this, like, she will literally scream, I want to have a Pokemon battle with you, at the top of her lungs, stomping her feet. Well, no, I said no to her in multiple other times, and she forced me to do it multiple times. I was never able to actually avoid a Pokemon battle with her. Every single time I told her no, she would make me do it, I noticed. Really? Maybe they changed it in a later update, because I was playing near the beginning of the game, and when I was saying no, she wouldn't let me not do it. Every single time, she would make me do it. That really makes me wonder if they changed it, because I can see why a character, like, say, getting up, like, basically guilt-tripping you and, like, forcing you into fighting them when you say no over and over again might not have looked great, considering that's kind of the reason I didn't like her. But okay, it's interesting to know that she actually, like, lets you say no now? Character development? Woo! But anyway, so in my playthrough, I was saying no to her, and she, like, wouldn't let me, ever. You're full strength, and she asks you to pick the battlefield. Okay. And yeah, I like all those parts as well. Matcha. I really liked fighting all of the big Pokemon for the Mabastiff story. Right? Yeah, Nemona is a whiny, spoiled brat who genuinely doesn't care about anyone else and has horrendous narcissistic tendencies. Like, that is how her character reads to me. And it gets worse. Because if you guys have done the end game. Right? Exactly. Like, you have a battle thing at your own beach, lady. Like, what is wrong with you? Weirdly enough, I feel like that used to be a battle location, so now I'm confused. But, so, at the end of the game, she also has a lot of moments where, like, Arven will be like, oh no, I hope the Pokemon that almost killed my best friend Pokemon doesn't show back up. And Nemona's like, I do. Or he'll be like, oh no, we have to go into the place full of dangerous Pokemon where my Pokemon almost died. And Nemona's like, great, I can't wait. And everyone's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Nemona? See, I actually like Arven. He just comes across as, like, I mean, Arven's parent literally abandoned him to go into the Earth, and he's been talking to a computer program this whole time, and also his best friend is dying because he tried to search for his dead parent. So, like, I kind of understand why he's a little annoyed. Especially if he has to deal with Nemona all day. See, we don't actually know he hasn't gotten medical care. I'm pretty sure he actually has mentioned that they've, like, tried to do other stuff and it's just not working. So I think this is one of those situations where, like, the dog is cursed by the energy of, like, the time travel bullshit. Because I think he has a throwaway line where he's like, I've literally tried everything and nothing is helping, or something. Like, I don't remember what the specific line was, but there's some line Nemona makes where she basically says that she's happy that Mabastiff almost died because it means she gets to fight a strong Pokemon. Yeah, he definitely strikes me as the nerdy loner type. What is your... I imagine your thing with Penny is probably going to fall into a just communicate for the love of God. Right. Yeah, that's the reason why for me Penny can't be top of the list of my favorites, because you could just have a conversation, girl. But that's also because she thinks the school won't help. So she's worried that they'll all get expelled. And so she's hoping that if she can stop everything and take responsibility, then only she will get in trouble and her friends won't get kicked out. So, like, at least that kind of makes sense, you know? Jacques? Yeah. So yeah, of all of the, we immediately bonded the 3 most mentally unhealthy people and we fix them. I mean... Also, I'm gonna argue. I don't think we fixed Nemona. She's still broken. there's nothing we can do about her. We just have to deal with her because the other option is her screaming at us repeatedly while her rich parents go, just do what she wants, guys. I'm sorry. Like, there's no other choice there. Yeah. That was pretty much my playthrough, was just being like, wow, Nimona is a horrible person. I really don't like her. Time to kick her ass. Was just me constantly pissing her off by being like, no, I don't want to fight with you. No, thanks. Actually, I'd rather go do something else. Bye forever. It was really funny because Nimona was like, hey, will you come do the training stuff with me first? And I was like, no. I'm gonna go hang out with Arvin, actually. I haven't done a Nuzlocke before, but I've heard what they are. That's the one where if your Pokemon faints, it dies, right? And you can only catch the first Pokemon in each area. Her losing to you in the first battle after she hears you don't even have an orb. Yes, honestly, just yeah, right, exactly. Her getting so upset when she loses is funny after you've had to deal with her bullshit, because you're just like, reap what you sow. Like, you asked for this. Yeah, that could be fun. I'd have to look, because I only have my one copy of Ruby that I obviously wouldn't want to, like, restart without moving all my Pokemon, you know? So I'd have to look and see about getting one. I wonder if I can do another save on Scarlet, because Scarlet could be interesting because the Pokemon are a lot more random as, like, what's in what area, you know? How would a Nuzlocke work in a game where you can see all the Pokemon? Okay. You're like, hang on, I have to adjust this. I can't beat a Gengar with a Sandshrew. That will end my Nuzlocke early. Is it because of the what you get at the beginning of the game? Why? Yeah, I've seen some people mention that Nuzlocking with Scarlet and Violet could be weird because the combo of Pokemon that are in each area are kind of like an odd choice, and so you sometimes end up with like really weak shit. But I guess the question becomes, how would the Nuzlocke work? Like, would a Nuzlocke work in that each group of Pokemon, like because you know how when you walk into an area there's a batch of Pokemon you can see? Would it be like, okay, this is the first batch I can see. I get to pick one from this batch and I can't reset them? Or... because in the earlier games, it's just based on your encounter. But in Scarlet and Violet, you can choose your encounters. Ah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that could be interesting. I can show you guys my silly Pokemon party at some point. Yeah, I have my shiny Clodsire. I have a set of the walking little whale guy. I also have one of each of the starter Pokemon as a female because I specifically save scummed my game in order to get them. Because since my spouse has Scarlet, what I did is I saved some scum to my game to get one of each that my spouse didn't have, and I sent them to my spouse. And then I saved scum to my game to get Totodile and Quaxaval as females, so I could, like, breed them later. And then I sent them to my spouse, saved some scum to my game until I got a female, meow? Cat? Skittle? Meow Scarada? There we go. Took me a second. I'm like, the grass one. And then I got to the point where I could trade, and I had my spouse trade me back the ones I got for myself, you know? Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's how I roll, lol. Yeah, I frequently accidentally / intentionally do the hard way instead of the easy way. Yes, I could have gotten a Ditto, but then I wouldn't have female starters. When the Cinder Race event was new, you're breeding for a shiny and you pretty much mailed out over Wonder Trade all your Max X higher female score buddies. Nice. I like having female starters because it's like, they're the rare ones, you know? So I like having them when I'm playing the game. So I actually tend to save scum for females generally anyway. Also, in Let's Go Eevee, the female Eevee has a flower pattern on its tail, which is so freaking cute. It's like how they added the heart to the female Pikachus. Okay, I'm not gonna do the silly thing this time and go down because I'll die. Hidden abilities and the right natures. Yeah, that makes sense. Once again, I am here for the aesthetic. Something tells me that's not the last of them. Correct! Why have you come to this place? You should go before it's too late. Right? Yes, I 100% would have reset for shinies. I actually did that at one point in one of my older games. I reset to get shiny starters at one point. I was really sad when I found out that Scarlet and Violet had static shinies for the starters and the legendaries. I was like, no! But I would totally save scum for shinies. I would have 100% also saved scum for a shiny starter if that had been an option. Which is part of the reason I went for the females instead, because then I can breed them until I get shinies. And I don't have to worry about what they're breeding with, you know? Nice. Yeah, I really like that Scarlet and Violet added the ability to, like, actually make your Pokemon good. Because I know that some people are like, but then what's the point of breeding? But it's like, it's nice to be able to actually keep using your starter. Shiny Trico before the DS internet went down, yeah. Do you have the transfer thing on your DS? Like, did you download that before the store went down? Because as long as you still have the program, you can still transfer your stuff to Pokemon Home. And you can also help your friends transfer their stuff to Pokemon Home. Nice, good, I'm glad. I unfortunately did not have a 3DS, so I couldn't download it before then. So I would have to go and find one of my friends who did have a 3DS and be like, hey, could you help me with this, please? I need to rescue my Pokemon. Ah, yeah, that is sad. Yeah. That's a good point. The point of breeding is you don't want to be doing that for every one of your Pokemon. That's for specific Pokemon. Ah! Should mention that ZA does make getting all those things way easier. Gonna be building your Pokemon in there, transferring them later. Yeah, that makes sense. I love the crystals in here because I love purple stuff. Purple's my favorite color, if you couldn't tell. I imagine that was a little obvious. I am doing my best to not die this time. I would like to actually get through this today so I can show you guys the boss fight. Watch as I die on the boss fight. Oh, wow. Hi, friends. You didn't buy the DLC for Violet, so you could just AFK the tournament with your Sylveon. Nice. That is crazy. Yeah, I bought the DLC because Turtle. That's why. Turtle. For anyone who doesn't know anything about Scarlet and Violet, one of the mythics in the DLCs is a crystal turtle. So I wanted that, so I bought the DLCs. You could run around as a Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet? Tell me your secrets. Actually, I'm so excited for Pokepia because I want to be a Ditto, making my island home with my Pokemon friends. Right? Yeah, I saw him in the marketing material and was like, oh, so I'm gonna get the DLC. Only in the Blueberry Academy Dome, but yes. Okay. Cute. That's the place we go in one of the DLCs then. Okay, cool. You can fly there. That's fun. Nice. I'm so glad I don't have ammo on these or I'd be in so much trouble. How am I gonna get to that? Ogerpon was worth it. Petra Hunt, though, is meh. Yeah. Lol. Moshi over here questioning my motives. I mean, it's clearly because I'm a slime, right? There's definitely no nefarious reasons why I might want to be a Ditto. Not at all. That's kind of funny. Yeah, I did like Shaman, but that's because I like hedgehogs. So, like, Shaman is cute only in a hedgehog form. I don't particularly care about the other one. Right? Time to change our shape into our enemies and consume. Exactly. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Woo! I'm being very sneaky. This time I'm not gonna accidentally undo my progress. Get back, you fleshy freak! Lol. Where'd he go? Get back here. Give me your pixels. Do you guys think I should make myself a Solosis cosplay as one of my toggles? Solosis, a Pokemon. If I should make myself a Solosis cosplay as one of my toggles. Because I feel like my form could look good as a Solosis. Exactly. I thought that could be cute. What is that? Assault rifle. Bouncing shot. Okay. This sword is gonna go right there. Ditto cosplay, but the cosplay is just a Ditto face drawn on the slab. Just like a sticky note with a Ditto face on it pasted on my heart. That'd be funny. Yeah, I'll have to look at some of those. I've been thinking I also need to get around to actually making my ref sheet. Richest readings have reached 94 rad. You are in peril. Your peril level is currently 14,607 morts. Sorry about the AI, dear. Woo! Oh! Ah! No! Let me out! I'm so glad that hitting enemies doesn't deal damage unless they're attacking you. Right, ignore that. You're fine. Radiation is good for you. Yeah, basically. is what happens when you dig too deep, right? Good thing we have these weapons down here. A few of us went to help down at the lower levels, but they never came back. Excuse me, get out of your bed so I can sleep in it instead, because I'm more important than you. Why are you still here when you have no life? Right? At least you're not hearing any drums. Boom, 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 boom. Right? The sneaking suspicion that I'm gonna get to the boss fight and die horribly. Just gonna throw that out there. We're gonna go this way first, because I think that's continuing. I was correct. A new note! Message sent by Lafayette Corporation in the event of an incident. Alright. No, let me out! Archiest readings have reached, Oops. Hush, you're not helping. I'm gonna open that back up again. Archiest readings have reached 101 rad. Your current peril level is 18,472 morts. Hush, you're not helping. There we go. Oops. Let me up. Can I? Ooh. Nice. Let me in! Ooh. This is how we become a super mutant. I mean, like, there has to be a way into that area, right? Hang on, let's... Excuse me. Even the computer screamed. Alright, let's try this again because I want in there, dang it. Hold on, I did something wrong. Maybe it's a thing I don't have yet? Like, maybe I can turn into a ball like Samus? I don't think I could get down there before I drowned. Why can I duck but not move while ducking? Ooh. Whoop, rip. Shh. Don't pay attention to what just happened. Ooh. Look at them. Prolonged contact with the Urchius crystal seems to have denatured their very being. The poor creatures have lost themselves completely. Good thing I didn't see you fall to your death, because I would have absolutely made fun of you for it, as you should. Look how much loot is in there. I want in. Urchius readings have reached 101 rad. Your current peril level is 18,472 morts. Hush! You're not helping. Rip. Ooh. Conventional weapons have an estimated 0% chance of damaging the Urchius crystal. You are invited to devise another means of attack. So, I might not be able to check the chat for a little bit. While I try not to die horribly. Just a heads up. Sadly, no. All of the races are the same height. And yes, Matcha gets cozy. We fighting this crystal with an eyeball. Don't you want to know what's inside? Like, is it just me? Ah! Show me what is inside you. Other than those humans, I don't really care about those. Yes, there are shadows of humans inside there. Oh, rip! After I complete this, I might get a tech that I can apply that allows me to turn into a ball. If I remember correctly. I might not be remembering correctly. It's been a hot minute since I played this game. Woo! You destroyed the monster. I was trapped inside it and would have mutated me like the rest. Yeah, because I'm Metroid in this. Did anyone else survive the attack? Yeah, like the morph suit from Metroid. I'm pretty sure I'm about to get the morph suit from Metroid. The Diary of the Lechia Employed Miner Trapped in the Horror. Nice, there's my capture pods. You obtained a capture pod. A monster can be captured in this if their health is low enough. Throw it at the monster to capture it. Captured monsters become tame. I did it, guys. Well done! There is enough Arceus here to fully repair the ship. Do I not? How do get in that hole? Yeah, I haven't actually beaten the game story either, because the story was added right around the time I wasn't playing as much anymore. Alright. Here's the question. I can't get back out. Okay, I think if I want to go in there, I'll have to come back later. Oh, good, finally, 3 hours. I did it, everyone. It only took me 3 hours. It took you since the beginning of stream, yes. I've got better things to do. So excuse me for a moment. I finally did it. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go in the codex and read those things I found, because apparently I didn't actually grab them properly, lol. Printed transcript number 013. This is Lunar 12 to Lethia HQ. Come in, over. We have an emergency HQ. Some kind of monster. Come in, HQ. What's going on? HQ, can you hear? Interrupted. This is the Lethia automatic call response. The Lethia Corporation is aware of your situation. Outgoing communications from Lunar Base 12 have now been shut down. We hope you have a nice day. Right? Now that's persistence. Exactly, see? Just try and 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 try until you finally get it. This facility has been put into full lockdown in accordance with the procedure Alpha 1A Awakening. The Arceus life form has been awakened in your facility. We ask that employees remain calm. Letters will be sent to your families, thanking them for your services. We hope you have a nice day. The Lethia Corporation. We kindly ask that employees 1. Wear the appropriate safety equipment at all times. 2. Behave appropriately and in a professional manner. 3. Report unfamiliar occurrences to Lethia HQ before approaching on-site management. 4. Have a nice day. We are calling it the Arceus Horror. We have been trapped down here with it since the facility went into lockdown, and believe me, horror describes its nature perfectly. We found it in a deep vein of Arceus crystal, and upon uncovering the thing, it awoke. At first, we thought it was a sentient crystal, but a desperate attack with a mining laser cannon uncovered a single, unblinking eye within. It fired streams of searing plasma at us, destroying most of our equipment. Attacking up close was impossible. Those that got too near were drawn inside of it, transformed into mutant servants for the monster. We fled, and the mutants followed. The laser cannon was left intact. Perhaps a braver soul could go back and use it to destroy the creature. They would have to be agile enough to dodge its beams, and strong enough to defeat its corrupted lackeys. I just don't have the fight in me anymore. A disturbing thought occurs. This thing could be a parasite, but who is to say that creatures like this aren't instead the source of the crystals? We may never know for sure, but I hope for everyone's sake this plague never leaves this doomed moon. I accidentally grabbed these in the wrong order, so it put them in here in this order instead of the order I found them in. Lol. Okay. Welcome back, everyone! Thank you so much for sitting through the ads. I really appreciate it. I didn't realize I wasn't clicking my codices, so these ones accidentally got put in here in the reverse order. It literally should have been in, like, that order, but whatever. Right? Never leaves this doomed moon, proceeds to store the crystals. Perfect. That'll do the job. I'll go ahead and fix your ship right up. Repairing FTL drive. Lol. I'm a technician by trade, visiting now to buy some batteries from Infinity Express. Ooh, Terramart. My animals! This is where I can buy animals. So many cookies. Yeah, it sounds like you got a bunch of sweets. Don't overdo it. Maybe, like, freeze them or something so you don't, like, have to eat all of them. What did I get? Ah, manipulator module. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna beam down, get myself a Poptop, because I want it to sing to me. Leftover prime rib, which you can't. Why can't you taste the prime rib? I mean, I'm glad you found something to eat, but if you don't mind me asking, why can't you taste the prime rib? It makes sense that you'd go for the thing. Oh, you've just never been able to taste prime rib. Weird. Humans, man. What are genetics? Is that a shiny Poptop? Y'all. I have been blessed with shiny Poptop. It's like beef textured water. Rip. Oh, that sounds horrible. I can see why you went for the cookies. Yeah, yes, exactly. Pokeball Go. But anyway, marvel at my gorgeous Poptop. Okay, let's go back up to my ship. Bought your own steak to cook for Christmas dinner so your plate wouldn't be just mashed potatoes. Think about it being rude to cook something. What? What? Weird. Okay. Insert weird flex, but okay. Yes, that's the description on the thing. Throw it at a monster after you've lowered its health. Would you rather I be rude, or would you rather people look at you like you're the rude one because I have no food? Yeah, right. I can't believe I went down to get a Poptop and immediately found an albino Poptop. Y'all, it's a Christmas miracle. What did you get for Christmas? A Poptop. What's that? A mimic. Isn't it cute though? Look at it. My new pet. My new pet. Pet, pet, pet. I think I can craft. I should be able to craft those now. All right. Well, it has been 3 hours. We defeated the crystal monster, but we did not get to see what was inside because disappointing. Right? I mean, it's basically a little mimic. It's all like, look at me, I'm so cute. Right? Just imagine having a new random piece of furniture every day. All right, well, I think this is a good pausing point before we get wrapped up in continuing to do everything. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it, and all of your generosity was so nice. Does mimic spit even help in digestion? Lol. But yes, your generosity was amazing. Thank you all so much for all the gift subs. It was really sweet of you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for helping everyone else get to not have to sit through the Twitch ads. And now I'm gonna slide over here. Slide down a little bit. So you can... Hang on. Give me a sec. There you go. Plushie! This is not something you're curious about in the slightest. Well, that's just what intellectual curiosity looks like, Moshi. You're just gonna have to get used to it. Alright. So before I go and find someone to raid, yeah, I guess just thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Thank you again. Y'all are amazing. I'm so glad I've been able to build this community with you guys. Hanging out and chatting and playing games and just having fun has been absolutely wonderful. And it's super great. I love it. All right. Who are we gonna raid? Who is even online today? A surprisingly large number of people. Let's see. Looks like there are a lot of people doing art and crafting. What kind of mood are we in? Oh, well, Plushy Bunny is doing a subathon. They're playing Marvel Rivals. Do y'all feel like watching someone play Marvel Rivals, or are you more in a cozy mood? Do you want to head over to one of the art or crafting streams? Plushy Bunny is another cozy VTuber. Ah, alright, that sounds good. Well, anyone who is not going to be dipping out, do you have a preference between cozy VTuber doing Marvel Rivals or hand cam crafts / art streams? If no one has an opinion, I will just executive decision it, and we will go into the subathon, because, you know, let's go and support our friends. All right. So we are going to head over to say hi to Plushy Bunny. Before I get that raid set up, okay, hang on. I'm making the raid message right now. Just double checking that I can spell because I can't. All right, so this is the raid message for anyone who is subscribed, which many of you will now be subscribed. Thank you. Thanks to the generosity of our lovely slime friends. I'm going to repeat this 80 million times because I don't know how else to say thank you, but seriously, guys, y'all are amazing. All right. This is for anyone who is not subscribed. So go ahead and copy your message, and I will get the raid started. And before we head over, I just want to remind all of you to remember that you are loved and you deserve love. So make sure to take care of yourself. Go eat some food, go to sleep, take a shower, do whatever it is you need to do. Don't forget your meds, and I will see you on the other side. I hope that you all have a lovely rest of the day, no matter what time it is, and that if you are going to sleep, I hope you wake up refreshed and ready for the day. All right. I will go and get the raid started, and we will head on over. As always, I will see you all on the other side.